happening here, all countries trying to cultivate. We want to borrow from what we have done and instead of wait 1, 2, 3 steps ahead of them. We bring in the father of the land in our country, we can plenty needs of the man, right? But they say when someone's carrying your body, you try to struggle. That's why I said to the president, I said, Mr. President, for me, I'm not United Party man, right? But this government, as long as I'm a local man, I'm from local county, I'm a citizen, and I'm part of this government, I'd like for the record to state here.
Whatever I did for you was going to
I support the president and his agenda. So someone was saying, Thomas, why are we so people?
You call me for speeches. Well, let me just say my advice for you. So I was talking with the chairman. The chairman says, like the project chairman explained, that he intends to do a mini park in one place, the artificial is basically for the kids. How many people are living to see facilities created for this country, according to the census, is almost 75%. So it means the whole country that you are young people. So we have to do everything. Anything that has to do with designing development without factoring the young people or the youth. So for the community leadership here to even think about such a project is something that we must applaud. We must applaud that. Thank you. Now, we're working in partnership with different federations. One of the federations we're working with is the
because it is his blessing, it is his support that makes us to have the energy and the courage to do it. After being the first citizen of the country, you must benefit from it and you should be the first to take the lead. Our county is so unique.
That is super. That they can't put pressure. So you don't go home, was reschedule and come by here. It'll be next week. So the thing about the prison already open. They blow a fashion. Anytime they come to your tell and say, what is government? Don't have a citizen information. Ask for the government. Joseph Baka send you here to coordinate with me. Now what they say, 3 separate and coordinate branches. They not tell you say they can't do my work.
Don't tell me. I will say that too. You give my work, you give it to somebody.
No, I'm not giving your word to anybody. The license you get is required by law, right? You go to the executive, you get a license to come and operate here, to sign agreement on behalf of the citizen. I got to be the first person, and not the superintendent, not the commissioner, that the law in this country. But if you part by me, go sign agreement and I say no, it will not work. And I tell you the police will not be open today, they can't force it. Because the lawmaker. And yeah, after I say here, I want to be senator, I want to be representative, I'll be reelected.
I'm coming behind you. I want to call because I just.
Another noise. I want to that is super. That they can't put pressure.
When I see they
so you not go home, was reschedule and come by here. It'll be next week. So the thing about the prison already open. They blow a fashion. Anytime they better come to your tell and say, what is lawmaker? Don't have a citizen information. Ask for the lawmaker. Joseph Baka send you here to coordinate with me. Now what they say, 3 separate and coordinate branches. They not tell you say they can't do my work.
Don't tell me. I will say that too. You give my work, you give it to somebody.
No, I'm not giving your word to anybody. The license you get is required by law, right? You go to the executive, you get a license, you come and operate here, to sign agreement on behalf of the citizens, and that the first person, and not the superintendent, not the commissioner, that the law in this country. But if the power me go sign agreement and I say no, it will not work. And I tell you the police will not be open to me. And yeah, after 6 years, I want to be senator, I want to be senator, I want to be elected.
I want to go because I just.
Another noise. I want to be now the sugar, now they can't put pressure here.
When I finish it,
no. So you're not go home, was reschedule and come by here.
what
It'll be nasty. So the thing about the prison already open. They do understand. Anytime they make a come to you, tell them say what is lawmaker. Don't have a superintendent commissioner ask for the lawmaker. Joseph Baka send you here to coordinate with me. Now what they say 3 separate and coordinate branches. They not tell you say they can't do my work.
Don't tell me. I will say that you get my way, you give it to somebody.
No, I'm not giving your word to anybody. The license you get is required by law, right? You go to the executive, you get a license to come and operate here, to sign agreement on behalf of the citizen, and that will be the president.
The president, all ministers, other dignitaries right there, our bishop, our neighbor, everybody, I want to say, as you can tell, I can talk right now. So I just want to say, thank you for coming to celebrate with us. Thank you for coming to see what the Lord has done.
The building project started in 2015, and I returned 2014. And as soon as I arrived, I was trying to find my way through because I come to work at the Jacksonville Hospital as one of the doctors in 2014 during the height of the Ebola crisis. So when I returned, my brother who is Mr. William Kettle, he has been very magnanimous in making sure that this dream that I have did not go down the drain. He provided me with the initial funding to start this project, without which I think it would have been difficult, to start the project. So I want you to, in the acknowledgement later on, I'll be able to elaborate more of what he has done.
On behalf of the Ministry of Health, I extend our heartfelt appreciation to the owners, sponsors of the Metro Family Health Center. I have seen it around, as Dr. Tama indicated years ago before the President took over, he spoke of this clinic. My advice, as I usually tell the private practitioners, it's not the billing that makes the clinic, the employees. When you want to open a clinic, ensure that you have people in the clinic that has the heart for the work. Because we have a beautiful building and we have people who really don't have the heart for the work, we don't have people coming in here. I ask that you align your priorities with that of the Ministry of Health guidelines and also with the AAID. We are available to give you the necessary support. We have the expertise at the Ministry of Health. You can call us at any time. I also like to forewarn you that we do not tolerate maternal death. If there is any maternal death in your facility, like the Tama, you know what I will do to you. So we are available and we give you our fullest support. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you so much.
I want to thank Mrs. Tama for this investment. Several times it was easy to describe this area because it was a pink building, and every time, why in the world you don't go pink? It was a pink building, you see. But you know that we just started first as a family, and when Dr. Tama tells me that we're not talking about we're 5 brothers. As the Kizzy people, and the third, his father came right after me. So today I'm the only one left. But even before then, the schooling and everything in the family has been my responsibility to very, very proud that he turned out to be who he is. That went to the state, his dad went there with him. We lost him in 2018. At the same time,
That is sugar, that they can't put pressure here.
When I feel it,
No. So you're not go home, was reschedule and come by here. It'll be nasty. So the thing about the prison are open. They blow function. Anytime they make a come to you, tell them say what the lawmaker. Don't have a superintendent permission, ask for the lawmaker. How many Joseph Baka send you here to coordinate with me. Now what they say 3 separate and coordinate branches. They not tell you say to come do my work.
Don't tell me. I will say that too. You take my way, you give it to somebody.
No, I'm not giving your word to anybody. The license you get is required by law, right? You go to the executive, you get a license to come and operate here, to sign agreement on behalf of the citizen, and that will be the first person. And not the superintendent, not the commissioner, that the law in this country. But if you come at me, go sign agreement and I say no, it will not work. And I tell the police will not be open to me. They can't push it. Because the lawmaker. And yeah, after 6 years, I want to be senator, I want to be representative, I'll be elected.
I want to go.
Another noise. I want to talk extensively. That is sugar, that they can't put pressure here.
When I feel it,
No. So you're not go home, was reschedule and come by here. It'll be nasty. So the thing about the prison are open. They blow function. Anytime they make a come to you, tell them say what the lawmaker. Don't have a superintendent permission, ask for the lawmaker. How many Joseph Baka send you here to coordinate with me. Now what they say 3 separate and coordinate branches. They not tell you say to come do my work.
Don't tell me. I will say that too. You take my way, you give it to somebody.
No, I'm not giving your word to anybody. The license you get is required by law, right? You go to the executive, you get a license to come and operate here, to sign agreement on behalf of the citizen, and that will be the first person. And not the superintendent, not the commissioner, that the law in this country. But if you come at me, go sign agreement and I say no, it will not work. And I tell the police will not be open to me. They can't push it. The lawmaker. And yeah, after 6 years, I want to be senator, I want to be representative, I'll be elected.
I want to go.
Another noise. I want to talk extensively. That is sugar, that they can't put pressure here.
When I feel it,
No. So you're not go home, was reschedule and come by here. It'll be nasty. So the thing about the prison are open. They blow function. Anytime they make a come to you, tell them say what the lawmaker. Don't have a superintendent permission, ask for the lawmaker. How many Joseph Baka send you here to coordinate with me. Now what they say 3 separate and coordinate branches. They not tell you say to come do my work.
Don't tell me. I will say that too. You take my way, you give it to somebody.
No, I'm not giving your word to anybody. The license you get is required by law, right? You go to the executive, you get a license to come and operate here, to sign agreement on behalf of the citizen, and that will be the first person. And not the superintendent, not the commissioner, that the law in this country. But if you come at me, go sign agreement and I say no, it will not work. And I tell the police will not be open to me. They can't push it without the lawmaker. And yeah, after 6 years, I want to be senator, I want to be representative, I'll be elected.
I want to go.
Another noise. I want to talk extensively. That is sugar, that they can't put pressure here.
When I feel it,
No. So you're not go home, was reschedule and come by here. It'll be nasty. So the thing about the prison are open. They blow function. Anytime they make a come to you, tell them say what the lawmaker. Don't have a superintendent permission, ask for the lawmaker. How many Joseph Baka send you here to coordinate with me. Now what they say 3 separate and coordinate branches. They not tell you say to come do my work.
Don't tell me. I will say that too. You take my way, you give it to somebody.
No, I'm not giving your word to anybody. The license you get is required by law, right? You go to the executive, you get a license, you come and operate here, to sign agreement on behalf of the citizen, and that will be the first person. And and not the secretary general, not the commissioner, that the law in this country. But if the power me go sign agreement and I say no, it will not work. And I tell you the priest will not be open today. The young person, without the lawmaker. And yeah, after 6 years, I want to be senator, I want to be representative, I'll be re-elected.
I want to go because I just.
And I don't know. I want to be that the sugar, that the cow poo pressure.
When I feel like I do the
so you not go home, was reschedule and come by here. It'll be nasty. So the thing about the prison are open. They people will ask them. Anytime they make a come to you, tell them say, what is lawmaker? Don't have a superintendent permission, ask for the lawmaker. Joseph Baka send you here to coordinate with me. Now what they say, 3 separate and coordinate branches. They not tell you say to come do my work.
Don't tell me. I will say that too. You take my work, you give it to somebody.
No, I'm not giving your word to anybody. The license you get is required by law, right? You go to the executive, you get a license to come and operate here, to sign agreement on behalf of the citizen, and that will be the first person. And not the secretary, not the commissioner, that the law in this country. But if the power me go sign agreement and I say no, it will not work. And I tell you the police will not be open today. The young person without the lawmaker. And yeah, after 6 years, I want to be senator, I want to be representative, I want to be elected.
I want to go because I just.
And I don't know. I want to that the sugar, that the cow poo pressure.
When I feel like I do the
so you not go home, was reschedule and come by here. It'll be nasty. So the thing about the prison are open. They people will ask them. Anytime they make a come to you, tell them say, what is lawmaker? Don't have a superintendent permission, ask for the lawmaker. Joseph Baka send you here to coordinate with me. Now what they say, 3 separate and coordinate branches. They not tell you say to come do my work.
Don't tell me. I will say that too. You take my work, you give it to somebody.
No, I'm not giving your word to anybody. The license you get is required by law, right? You go to the executive, you get a license to come and operate here, to sign agreement on behalf of the citizen, and that will be the first person. And not the secretary, not the commissioner, that the law in this country. But if the power me go sign agreement and I say no, it will not work. And I tell you the police will not be open today. The young person without the lawmaker. And yeah, after 6 years, I want to be senator, I want to be representative, I want to be elected.
I want to go because I just.
And I don't know. I want to that the sugar, that the cow poo pressure.
When I feel like I do the
so you not go home, was reschedule and come by here. It'll be nasty. So the thing about the prison are open. They people will ask them. Anytime they make a come to you, tell them say, what is lawmaker? Don't have a superintendent permission, ask for the lawmaker. Joseph Baka send you here to coordinate with me. Now what they say, 3 separate and coordinate branches. They not tell you say to come do my work.
Don't tell me. I will say that too. You take my work, you give it to somebody.
No, I'm not giving your word to anybody. The license you get is required by law, right? You go to the executive, you get a license to come and operate here, to sign agreement on behalf of the citizen.
Okay, a pleasant good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you.
In this country. But if the power me go sign agreement and I say no, it will not.
Tuesday morning happens to be the very first day in the month of July when Liberians are poised to celebrate another independent anniversary of our country. Whatever you are, this is how I would like to welcome you to this edition of the Modern Ride. The weather is not so perfect out there, so if you're out there about to go out, hope you have your rain gears and prepare to brace the storm from whatever direction it may come from. But it's good to have you joining the conversation on this wonderful Tuesday morning. This is the 7th month in the year 2025, and that's how it stands. And I'd like to welcome you. I'm Wiki Brooks this morning, Sakanon, producing all of the science and video this morning. The World Ambassador is alongside, and it promises to be great as usual. Stimulated, thought provocative as we walk the walk and talk the talk, and as usual have to shift the paradigm of our democracy, where we speak without fear, without favor, undiluted truth of power, critical analysis, critical thinking. Your opinions and views are well respected. Once you respect yourself, and you have the time to weigh in. But what supersedes all of what we will try to say is must be facts. Welcome, I'm Wiki Books as usual, and we certainly here again. Follow us on Kool 91.9, Kool Radio Online, our YouTube channel, Kool, Kid News. All of these handouts can certainly bring all of the information at your doorsteps, in your offices, your business center, your sick bed, at home, whatever you're going to be. So we say again, good morning to our teachers, our professors, our lecturers. Good morning to our guided men and women in arm protecting us, lives and property as well. Our doctors, our nurses who guiding our health in this country. Good morning to our treasure motorcyclists and passenger, our commercial driver, our tiller, our bankers, our you just name it, money exchanger. All of you are part and parcel of the society, making significant contribution to the growth and development of our country. So we want to say to all of you, always a pleasure having you joining the conversation on this wonderful day. So welcome again, folks. Liberians over a period of time have spoken about the cultural impunity. They have spoken about fighting corruption. Oh, they want to see all of these things come to an end. The people will account for the stewardship. When you are given a tax, they say, oh yeah, man, you appoint a minister, director, superintendent, mayor, commissioner, all, and so ambassadors, all of these positions. You must be able to be accountable to the people that you represent, to the people that you lead. So what happens usually when these people, after seeking these jobs and they get in those positions, at times they feel they have arrived and they care less about what people think, what people say. They do it their own ways, and they feel they are not answerable to anybody, because to some extent they feel protected by folks who claim to be intellectuals and claim to be people who will stand and protect the party mandate, protect the individual, and all of these things. But there are folks in Liberia who are also fearless and continue to keep government feet to the fire, to keep these individuals who are reportedly involved into corruptions, that the answer for the actions and decisions they took while they served or while serving. You see, the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the General Auditing Commission as well, have been doing extremely well over the period of time, and they seem to be fearless in how some of the matters are handled and how some of the reports are out, some of the audits conducted. Now come to think about this. The General Auditing Commission, headed by P. Gosler Jackson, some time ago announced during a Harlem meeting with some international partners who've been giving a lot of support to that commission to conduct audit. And the GSC said they will release in the next couple of weeks especially in July, 36 donor project audits. People who send money to Liberia to help us, and they want to see how those funds were used, whether they met the goals, the targets, and what's the impact, how they were spent. Looking at all of these things, what are the due process will actually follow. So, ministry and agency, get ready. The GC already releasing some reports, and according to the GC and the Auditor General Republic of Liberia, P. Kaswa Jackson, he also confirmed that audit of 60 government entities will commence in July of this year. And now today happens to be just the first day in July. So tables will be shaking out of the empty cans. You know, sometimes growing up, when you finish using the spray, you still want to talk away your room, you still put an empty spray can there. So I can relate. I know he did that. You know, you put an empty can spray, you put an empty roll on bottle or on the table. So mistakenly, sometimes when you hit it, everything will drop. You won't put it back. So all of the empty cans, hope you are ready to fall, because tables will shake and the tarts will turn. We need to be cognizant of the fact that when you are given a task, you must be able to perform it and must be able to answer for your stewardship in your time serving. So this is it. We will start the GSC audit this morning. We go to LIS. We will come to the national legislature later. And I want you to take your time and listen. This is what the GSC has reported following the audit and the report that was compiled. This is not my making, because some of you, when people are discussing these things, you get carried away by party sentiments, you get carried away by your support of individual, and you think, and these things should be kept in the secret. But yesterday you were calling for somebody reports. You were calling other people corrupt. People who are currently in this government yesterday, they castigated other people. They said a lot of things. People who of the past are now saying a lot of things about this government. But there were some things, some of those things that took place while they were serving, but because they were not in the know, and so many reports are coming up. Your question should be directed at the GSC and not to me. The General Auditing Commission has raised some very serious concern about some financial accountabilities of the Liberia Immigration Services, LIS. And in their report, after conducting a comprehensive audit, they have discovered that 27 million United States dollars in reported salary expenditure, and this audit report covers from 2017 to 2022. And what the audit report has stated here, they have discovered and uncover a detail of how this money was used without detailed documentation, without any document to support the expenditures of what were allotted. We're talking about 27 million lump sum money. Lump sum money, not money that's I can put in a pocket water. $27 million. Nobody has a pocket for that. According to the GSC audit of LIS financial operation was from July 1, 2017 to December 31, 2022. And according to them, they said there was no evidence to support salary expenditure totaling $27,577,477.56 as reflected in the fiscal auditing reports. Now, the audit further found that the LIS processed its payroll without using an automated payroll management system. What donor partner helped us to set up that it will track, yeah, you pay John, you pay Paul, and the reports are there. But they did not follow that, which the GSC raised a concern that some things took place that was out of order, and they referred to it as gross mismanagement. And they have raised more flag. The GSC also said in 2025 report highlights a series of alarming discrepancies, including $27,300,000 Liberian dollar in unexplained transactions in the LIS operational accounts held at the Central Bank of Liberia, which they could not trace to generate. They could not trace to the general ledger. Say, yeah, people wrote, people signed, nothing of such. You know, the whole thing is syndicate, or they call it cartel. Now, they also say in the report that 547,092 in employees' contribution to national people money that you cutting, you know. They say, oh yeah, they call it financial security for the future when you retire, or you know, probably you got injured, or whatever will take place. But while working all the period of time, money that been cut, every money you go to the bank, there's a means of receiving something, so they'll be cutting it. So they are now saying that 551,000 plus in employee contribution to the National Social Security and Welfare Corporation (NASCO) were not supported by evidence of actual remittance. There is no document to support that year when the money was cut from these people, it went to NASCO. Where did it go? Nobody knows. We're bringing this to you to know the level of reported corruption allegations or audit conducted by some of the anti-graft institutions and bringing it to the public. You want to see Liberia develop. You want to see the healthcare delivery system doing so well, education system doing so well. But there are unscrupulous individuals who are held institutions or who held some of these positions and committed some of these crimes reportedly. But these are people that you protect. You're hearing the kind of figures. And they did not stop there. The audit also unveiled that 84,015 and 99 cents in payment were made to vendors, people who will do some other work like stationaries and all of these things that will supply and do some other things to make sure the entity running smoothly, and all of these things, to vendors supplying maybe newspapers, you just name some of the things, trash can and all of these things. Now, and what they discovered, payments were made to vendors, people who have worked, or entities that have worked for the institution, provided some services, and they made payment. The Liberia Immigration Services made payment to them without proper documentation, without having a document that is well legal, that support the argument or support that yeah, you made some payment, including valid business registration or tax clearance certificates. Because you know, right now, when people want to do business with you, they will ask you for your tax clearance, your business registration, and a whole lot of things they want to ask you for. Because they want to make sure that you're in compliance with the law, that they will not do business with entity that is not legal, entity that is not duly recognized, and just functioning, and you made some payment to them, because anything at the end of the day, they will be held liable. But yet, according to the audit report from the GSC, the Liberia Immigration Services did not meet any of such. They just made payment. Whoever, whether but they just went and made payment without a proper documentation. The man can't hold it because it's just normal in Liberia. So when you hear people talking some of these things, it pains a lot of folks that you putting all some of these things out, because these are information that was never privileged to be in the public. But today we risk our lives to have it out. We risk our lives to have people educated. We risk our lives to make sure that we guide officials of government and other folks that look, in order for Liberia to move forward, we must be able to conform ourselves in the confines of the law. You might not like it, but you want to see Liberia develop. You only want to preach politics while people are getting rich by the day, and you live here in jail poverty. So when somebody gives you $5, $10, and you see that your Messiah have come to your rescue, while officers are to the borders and other points taking peanuts home, and you got bosses reportedly sitting in offices with in cahoot with other people on the other side, distributing money among themselves and enjoying themselves, building homes, traveling, while our officers are under the rain and the sun trying to protect the land, sea, and borders of our country. Now, they did not stop there again. They also said US $1.1 million in the audit report between the fiscal audit trend reports and LIF financial statement.
Plus many other things. But we want to say thank you so much for this investment to provide healthcare services for people. Dr. Kool said it all. In fact, one of the things when Dr. Kool took over, I told her, let's set up a system going to these hospitals, inspect them, because most of the hospitals here, you go there, you feel sick, see rats, roaches, and all that. We have to be very strict on that. Please, Dr. Hospital, should not be where you have nurses watching Nigerian movies and people dying. Because that's what happened. We think the building is the function. It's not. Service. People want to go to hospital to get well. We'll go there. They want to see. Doctors don't take their private to work. Of course, some patients have a feeling that when they go there and they see they're crying, the doctor start crying, and you don't have change. We can assure you whatever support we can do to make it better. We are committed to it. All of the Minnesota people, you gotta communicate.
Accused with the death. Because it is his blessing, it is his support that make us to have the energy and the courage to do it. And having been the first citizen of the country, you must benefit from it, and you should be the first to take the lead. Our county is so unique. And if our county is unique, we must take the lead for people to follow. What has happened here, is happening here. All counties try to copy paste. They want to borrow from what we have done, and instead go way 1, 2, 3 steps ahead of them. We bring in the father of the land in Nova County. We got plenty of needs of the men, right? But they say when someone's scratching your body, you scratch your stomach. That's what I said to the president. I said, Mr. President, for me, I'm not a United Party man, right? But this government, as long as I'm a local man, I'm from local county, and I'm a citizen, and I'm part of this government. I'd like for the record to state here, I support this government 100%. I support the president and his agenda. So someone will say, Thomas Fowler, we saw a few months ago, like T-Fire, this is the T-Fire. Let the message go local, it's one local now.
You didn't call me for speeches. But let me just say my advice for you. So I was talking with the chairman. The chairman says, like the project chairman explained, I intend to do a mini park.
So we're going to talk about that at 8 o'clock this morning. But let's continue with our discussion this morning on this edition of the Morning Round, where LIX is under the spotlight as it relates to GSC audit report on them and some of those things that have happened. The money leaving their accounts cannot be accounted for. There's no trace of any document. People who work for them, there's nothing to prove that their contracts were awarded. Some of the people are at the feature and all of these things. So they talk about again. They said the audit report also revealed that $774,425 in payment was issued in the name of employees instead of directly to the vendor or service providers. You see, they say they put WIGO, but you use people within the employ of the institution. Say we'll pay the money to you. You go to the cash out, bring the money back. We get your card, you give out. Yeah. They did not give it to the vendors that they claim that they have so much money for, but rather they use certain group of people in the employ according to the audit report. Now, they also said in the report that US 8.5 million discrepancy between the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning Integrated Financial Management Information System, Ledger, and LRL financial statements. 8.5. You look between 8.5 million United States dollar, but you cannot see exactly some of the work that was done, and you see there's something sinister that was done in that. that lumps of money. You killing people and say, oh, the man will steal motor bag. The man jet cell phone. But the people in the white collars, you see the kind of a report on them. In this report, the LIS is telling you, this is from July 1, 2017 to December 31, 2022. And they also came and said in the report after the conducted audit that US 106,000 plus procurement of fuel with no accompanying consumption reports or usage logs. You've spent over 100,000 to buy fuel for vehicle, for generator, but you don't see no document that tells you, who consume it, or no machine or vehicles. No report. Because the driver will sign, yeah, I'm going to fill the fire truck, I'm going to face the director, I'm going to fill the director car, no documentation. The culture of impunity. We always got a group of young people that will defend us, so we need not to bother ourselves. And what they say again, there was no quarterly or annual budget performance reports were prepared during the entire 6-year period on a review. They talk about under the regime of CDC, the entire 6 years. There was no performance report during the entire 6-year period on a review that they audited. And they also spoke about complete absence of bank reconciliation statements for the duration of the audit period. And now the GSC made some recommendation. The GSC is now demanding that the LIS management from July 2017 to December 2022 be made to fully account for the financial discrepancies and unexplained disbursements and substantial variances between its internal expenditure reports and the fiscal auditing reports. This is it. This report was not compiled by Wikibrooks, was not compiled by Ambassador VA. This is something from the General Auditing Commission, another anti-graft arm of the government that did an independent audit on the LIS, the Liberia Immigration Services. You see the kind of millions of dollars that get missing on a regular basis in thin air. And when you talk about these things, people are mad. Do you know how many persons were denied in the process? You come to see, now they are saying these people must be able to account for that. These people must be able to account for that. Millions, we're talking about around 27 million in 6 years. In 6 years. That's the audit report. In 6 years, $27 million got missing in thin air, without any substantial document to support any transactions that was done by the time. And sometimes they say, oh yeah, man, you know what they have cost the country? Our partners at times gave us direct budget support, physical care to support our budget. Say, look, I think we need to help Liberia. We'll give 5 million, 10 million. They will help us in the process. And when the money comes, you think it's loose money. But people in other countries are paying taxes, and these monies must be used for the intended purpose. This is where we find ourselves. When they go after the people today, you say they're going after a particular group of people. That the GSC audit report, people are, and the people will act upon the report that they receive. But you are not concerned to know that these people were, whether it's your uncle, your brother, your sister, your father, your mother, your niece, your nephew, your close friend, or because he comes from a party that you support, so you need to go and protect him. Yeah, you are not concerned that we're talking about 27 million plots that have no supporting document of any transactions. And you want to protect them. You will see this as a political witch hunt. Who stands to benefit? What did you benefit from such money that got missing? Millions of dollars that we're discussing today. Millions of dollars that we are now discussing. Just imagine that. How can we be a country that we just see ourselves that when you want to conduct audit, meaning you stepping on the toes of somebody that close to the next person, so these things should not happen. But you want to see better roads, you want to see better healthcare, better education system, better security. But people who are charged with the full responsibility to conduct themselves are people who are conducting some of these things. That's not right for us. But this is where we are today. Liberians. Is this politics? This is the GSC. This Auditor General was nominated by former President George Weah. And this report is on former President George Weah. And they are conducting the audit on President Joseph Yuma Bota. There is nobody to spare. You saw how Steve Zago left. It shows reportedly that, look, this is the business as usual. So saying he got there, he had one or two persons apparently to say, Chief, this is how we operate the money for fuel, for gas. The other one, you know, you just pay to certain group of people in the inflow of LIS. When they do the cash out, the cup, you get them what you want to get them. Then you keep yours, and you and your principal deputies can all share the little, and maybe something will drop down the table to the lower man, while the guys are the bowler and all of these things. This is what we are talking this morning. Put Liberia first. You see. Put Liberia first. You say, no. You can put Liberia first. But this is it, and this is how I would like to welcome all of you on this edition of the morning, right? Yeah, you know. I'll play this song by guitar. Call this song Put Liberia First. Liberia first, Liberia last.
That is super. That they can't put pressure. When I feel like no. So you not go home, was reschedule and come by here. What? It'll be next week. So the thing about the prison already open. They people will understand. Anytime they may come to you, tell them say what the law make up. Don't have a superintendent commissioner ask for the law make up. Joseph Baka send you here to coordinate with me. That's why they say 3 separate and coordinate branches. They not tell you say they can't do my work.
Don't tell me. I will say that too. You take my work, you give it to somebody.
No, I'm not giving your word to anybody. The license you get is required by law, right? You go to the executive, you get a license to come and operate here, to sign agreement on behalf of the citizen. I got to be the first person, not the superintendent, not the commissioner, that the law in this country. But if you follow me, what happened? The Capitol building has burned intellectually, just beside what you see in the building. Picture they got something called imagery. Now you can sit down right here, you picture something that you saw way in America in your mind. I can tell you the Capitol building is destroyed. Nothing there. All that will happen in the last 3 years now is major criminality. As you heard the District 2 lawmaker confirming that corruption King Kong. Number 2, Eric Kavia encouraged me to go and overthrow democratically elected government. If I were in a position, I would have never mentioned Kavia on that kind of thing. To say I am proud that he told me to go and overthrow. Now we stood, what am I doing to correct it? I stood up to the government as one of the leaders. That Joseph Baka, you will respect the law of this nation. Our elected will number more than you, Joseph Baka. 17.2 elected you, and I got more than 19 to 20,000 plus. So if you and myself were to contest for the presidency, I am president of the republic, and you, the young people, will not be sitting here drinking atayi from morning to morning. We'll bring company, we'll provide opportunity. But Joseph Baka don't have no friend. If Papa can lie, he has done lie apologies if there is word of such. The man that went to Ghana, he said, one of my old friends, I went to attend the daughter wedding. You can't bring picture from the daughter wedding. The last time I said, well, they having a conversation, my friend told me, you will give me 285 pieces of yellow machine. The yellow machine I turned to Kakakolo until the vice president flew from here to go China. Honorable Marvin Kool will never be vice president of the republic. I go to China and don't meet the vice president of that country. Don't meet the foreign minister of that country. Don't meet any of the honor secretary. Rather, factory managers. And myself walking all around like it. You know what the country going. So that why you pace, you got to reconsider. There is academic and economic catastrophe that have been existed over the period of time, and we should not go there. So I only told Baka, you will obey the law. 6 months I was suspended without any benefit. As I say here, those guys, they ate more than $100,000 from me in terms of benefits that they have not paid. I just told you, it's undisputable that the District 2 lawmaker, he stole more than $11,000 gasoline coupons from me. It was processed and paid, and they are begging us to allow recast to cancel, they can repay us. Is that not a shame? I would have never wished for my name to be mentioned for the wrong thing. I wish I stood for. So that the two things I do here, to tell Joseph Baka, let him speak up.
Just join or watching us. You can also share, leave your comment as well. But this is it. We are looking at some of the reports, and more audit reports are expected to come out in this month of July, according to the Auditor General Report of Liberia, P. Gasper Jackson, and his team of auditors and support staff. They are prepared to pull the bull by the horn. You know, for so long we have had so many reports kept away from the public. The poor people are paying the taxes. They are struggling. We park commercial vehicles for not registering the vehicle, not having license plate, valid driver license, insurance, and all of these things. You chase the motorcyclists. You waste the poor people who are selling the market in Raleigh, in Douala, in Gopacho, in Waterside, other places across Liberia. You give them ticket, they pay. Parents are struggling to pay school fees for the kids. And when the money being paid go into central government account, and when these money are allotted to agencies and institutions in our country, few group of people who sit at the summit of those institutions will take the money allotted for the smooth operation. They see it as money free for themselves. And when these things, because we are not used to being told that these people are doing the wrong thing, this person is not doing the right thing, because we are not used to it. So when you are now when you wake up in the morning now and you see so many reports that are coming up, you are not concerned about the report. You're concerned about who's saying it. And this is where we are today. This is where we are today. So the reports, these reports are out. You know, let Liberians understand. We are talking about in 6 years of the regime of former President George Weah. Just at the close of former President Ellen Johnson's leave and former President Weah taking over, the GSU had to conduct such audit. And you see some of the audits, donors are the one who are sponsoring it. Donors are the one who are sponsoring it. So they need to have an account. So go tell the donor now that they pay somebody to do bad muffin or to pin a government bag. And donors are sponsoring audits on this identical government as well. And this government report will be coming up. Some of the reports are already out. The Liberia Immigration Services, LIS, the GSE audit report had brought them to the spotlight on their financial operation from July 1, 2017 to December 31, 2022. And it said in their report there was no evidence to support salary expenditure totaling over 27 million as reflected in the fiscal altering reports from the audit conducted. Where do we go from here, folks? We want to see better roads, better hospital. You support people to the extent that even when they are falling short, you are not care to know what's happening. As far as you're concerned, these people are infallible, and now you're concerned because we are not used to these things. We're used to the culture of people going scot-free no matter what crimes, what allegation will be leveled against them. Nobody cares about that. As far as we're concerned, we just let them go. Once the man leaves, he should just go. So whatever he acquired, then you will hear people say, but you the man stole the money, or the woman stole the money, but they use the money right here. If the man want to build a nice house, is it for you? Do you sleep in it? Something that is intended for everybody, one man takes it. And he went on to use it for his own betterment. And you are happy, you praise him. You stand with him. You fight for him. You're ready to be in the ring and song with him. But you cannot have the chance to even enter that house or sit in the main car. And you still claiming that it's better he use it here. Stealing. What is intended for the master, one man takes it, and you praising that the man. So even if he took it outside, he still deny you. He brought it here and built whatever, he still deny you. And you still praising him, you still praising him, you still standing there that he parted many. When they carry these people to the court, you get up every morning. Normally, where you not even wake up on your son or your daughter's sake to carry them to the hospital. You wake up because you want to be the first to be standing at the gate to escort them to the court. But you want to see a better country. But you are not. You are not prepared to see that. Let's make sure that people that count, whether I support you, whether we come from the same party, but we breed criminals, we defend criminals. But let's go for our Mary McGuire commercial this morning, our proud sponsor. As soon as we are done with that, when we come back, we'll talk more and we open the lines later. But in the meantime, pitching time, we'll say welcome to all of you. Thanks for joining the conversation.
The people that used to sell Mary McGuire hot tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bond counties. The people finally now settled down in Moserado County. The Mary McGuire hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bond counties have been buying the Mary McGuire hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Mary McGuire hot tea medicine and how good it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Moserado County. Yeah. In Moserado County here, Morovia, Liberia. The people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba Bendu tissue factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary McGuire hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary McGuire hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Mary McGuire hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This medicine they call Mary McGuire hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Mary McGuire hot tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you're complaining with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my mom my stomach hurting, my wife my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Mary McGuire hot tea can solve it. The sexual weakness, you can't do your homework go, you come home working, or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework go. Your woman tells you say bye leave me man. Sexual weakness in both men and women, they Mary McGuire hot tea, it can kill it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. They Mary McGuire hot tea can solve it, it can kill it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Mary McGuire hot tea can solve it. It can kill it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back. Mary McGuire hot tea medicine can kill it. Diabetes, the sugar problem. This Mary McGuire hot tea can kill it. Skin disease and many more. Mary McGuire hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Mary McGuire hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
I just want to tell God, thank you for what Mary McGuire has done. Send your key here and start treatment. What was happening to me, I tell God, thank you. It's not happening again.
And what was happening to you?
I'll get sugar, I'll get pressure in my life. I've been taking treatment for 2 good years. the sugar can't feeling, the typhoid, pressure, it be giving me hard time. But say I start taking a marijuana, I feel about it. Now, when they do my pressure always normal now. The sugar, the way it used to go on, no way. I tell about it. I live in red in Bonafide, opposite tissue factory, the hair of it that the player taking my treatment. I say, God, thank you. My body all right now, my body strong.
Marimaga is a very good treatment, very, very good supplement. I've been taking it from the 16th, 17th, I would say the 17th of April. And from the 17th till now, I have seen a lot of changes in my health.
Okay.
A lot of changes. I always used to experience pain in my chest, my eyesight.
Okay.
I always used to see that clear, and when I started to take it, and always, what used to happen to me at times, I would just keep going in the bathroom, urinating, sometimes all night. Yeah, sometimes like in the night, that 7 time, I think. But I see a change. Instead of me going 7, I just go like only 1 time. And I sleep very sound.
Jesus.
To admit, very, very sound.
Wow.
Yes, these are changes I have seen, and I was very, you yourself, you took notice of it. I was very big. I noticed I'm dropping.
Yes.
As I'm taking the supplement, I just keep seeing changes, and I feel freed. I feel free in my system. Yeah. These are some of the experiences I've had since I started taking it. It's a very, very good supplement.
Okay. Our friend, you have made 3 weeks when I came out. There is small sickness the way it started. How? So when I came out, I said, "Me go to tell one. I didn't want telephone. I said, I'm blessing you. I'm gonna play with you." Oh, didn't they come about? I'm already my baby. That blessing is very, very good. A woman said she will give me money to come buy everything. But I say we'll be taking feeling low. Therefore, saying when you sit down for long, a week back. Some of my friends tell me, but go ask people why when you taking it in your friend, they can continue taking it.
Ma, take it. The more you take it, it may be more fresh.
When I came for in the bush, I knew I was pregnant. All told me I was pregnant. And when Phoebe told me, they did my test, pregnancy. That all you told me I would give brain April. But to my surprise, when we married, they didn't see better. I started crying. My sister and I would go, people go, they play. Party. So Phoebe. Go Phoebe. We made a bit that you do me say developing growth. I should bring 22,000 and then 1 pound of blood. Started crying. They said, but they don't cry. I said, I will cry. Teenager, very happy to me. Man call on the fan. My mother, she called on the fan. She said, baby, the people that can be all air and when we go to them. To go far parking there. I look at all your okay. But one key, I will look at medicine first. I said, I just be drinking medicine. They say, but they don't give. I said, no problem. But when I get money to buy the dose, then I get money, I get small money will number. Will come buy one to buy. I guess small money will come buy one to buy. One day now, we went back to the hospital. They put the checking, they say, but we not see anything that grow. We only need cleaning up. You need to bring your thing in for cleaning. What happened? So that while the medicine take for me.
How are you?
Fine.
Please tell me what the medicine actually do for you.
Right now, let me drink more, you see. Call me come on today. A call from here all the way on this Anna. Majority of the people that know me, they know why I can talk. I'm not prophet. No one is prophet for anything.
Yeah.
But I know what Sunday you go behind me, you see it be a line. The mercy is good. I don't want your risk to him or see the mercy. Let the person be free to buy it. Okay, powerful. The way that you can do the first thing, your arbor.
Okay.
Your arbor is faster to kill your eyeball.
Alright.
If you can see well, your eyeball. My own, I took my own yesterday.
Okay.
Why it happened to me? Hey, my people that you try to buy the blessing.
Alright.
It's good.
By the grace of God, that God I can praise.
Okay.
Then from there, I praise Marie Manga.
Okay.
Marie Manga, how tea, it can work.
Okay.
When you take it the right way, it can work.
Yes.
And I want to encourage people to come to here to the office here to take Marie Manga.
Yes.
Because the pain I have on my side here,
Yes.
it helped it reduce.
Okay.
Marie Manga hot tea, I even went to a Lutheran church in Paris.
Okay.
I made them to understand that don't overlook Marie Manga hot tea. Okay. It can work. Okay. Please go there. And
I tell God, thank you for the Marie Manga company. I was sick, the chunk go out on my neck.
Okay.
I go all around, I was dying. All my people in my system were brown, deep brown. But after I met the Marie Manga people, when I took it in, I started drinking it, rubbing it on a knot that was on my neck. All the brown people that were in my system, everything turned clean. It draw the koa together. And the hacker a boss. Oh, I tell God, thank you. The medicine what you're seeing, so you don't overlook it. It can heal any kind of sickness. I'm so happy today. I tell God, thank you for Marie Manga people.
Thank God.
You can sickness, diabetes, TB, you want get menstruate, stomach hurting, back pain. You can when you take it in, you will be. You are tell God, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I just got thank you for Marie Manga. I just got thank you for Marie Manga.
Okay.
You see the leg? You see? No so.
Okay.
I just got
When I was sick, I've been spending money from hospital to hospital, but that time she almost died. I listen for my people and the kid. And when I hear the news over here, I have brought her. Well, I tell God, thank you. She well. And even my auntie, they call her Yene. She was saying she was not working good. She was in the same church. And when I told her, people they come here, gave me testimony.
All right.
So they medicine me. And that's when we were supposed to play with. Even my mother had testimony because she was not working, she was not talking. But they did testimony. People see what I want to do. Every time people when they come here for their medicine.
Okay.
So they medicine, but they're doing well. My mama, yeah, she was not working. Our baby in the house. She was not coming outside, but now she got washed, she go in the bathroom, she pay for sex. She was not ever asking people.
when I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Foya about the medicine from Senga, buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listening to me, the medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today, God the first, second this medicine.
So what kinds of sickness you are suffering from?
Our foot problem.
Foot?
Yes, my foot problem.
Okay. And how long that was Hamburger? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Marie Manga Hot Tea, for some more money. The Marie Manga Hot Tea medicine is sold for $350 $. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Montserrado County here, Morovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Marie Manga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Marie Manga Hot Tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361 and 0776 36 9805. And if you want to buy this Marie Manga Hot Tea medicine, that's more money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. And so rush now and you will live happily.
Okay, so that's our sponsor there, Marie Manga for Life Healing Center. Marie Manga Hot Tea there in Bonaz Fine, making sure that some of the sicknesses that you have suffered from for a long period of time, you can actually fight it out. You listen to some of the testimonies from people in Montserrat and other parts and more to come. They are currently in 4 counties, starting with Zozo Vonjima in Lofa County. They're talking about Banga, Bon County, Ganta, Nima County, Montserrado. Yeah, they're in Painesville as well as in Central Monrovia. So you suffering from ulcer, rheumatism, growth, stroke, low blood pressure, sexual transmitted diseases, and all of these things, they are there to help you. You know, you get there, they will give you the supplement and they will tell you exactly how you take it in, and will give you the do's and the don'ts. But it has measurement as well. That's not just the ordinary way of country herbs where you just take it, you know, you just take it, but it has measurement, and the folks out there doing extremely well, and a lot of folks are leaving testimony to that and talking about all these things. This wonderful day, and you follow all of it, and what we'd like to say again, welcome, go there, Ibon's fine.
Yeah, and Ken Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection, you also find another outlet there to get the Marimaga. So it's important that you try. Yeah, you know, you may just be one step away from making that decision that will help you. Like one colleague said, it's a supplement, and like other traditional or Liberian locally made supplement, it's always no measurement. They go you just say body, put in the cup, drink it. But this one, there's a specific amount of water, hot or boiled water, you have to use on it. So it's important that you get this supplement there. When you go to Camp Johnson Road and Clay Street, you'll talk to one Miss Patience Weir there on Camp Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection on the number 0775 499 549, 0775 499 549 there in Clay Street. And as for Bernard's Farm, with the other numbers that you listen in the app, you can also keep this. You can talk to Mr. Prince D. Gray Senior. He's a business manager there in the Bernard's Farm end. 0776 369 805, 0776 369 805, and 0888 856 776, 0888 856 776 are the numbers. So you can try any of the outlets. And Mary Maga is working so hard to have other outlets in other parts that will be closer to you, so that you can get help. So it's important. Good morning.
Good morning again, folks. So LIX this morning is under the spotlight when it comes to audit that was recently conducted by the GAC, and looking at, you know, you're talking about Liberia Immigration Service, and this is one of the security agency, you know, under the Ministry of Justice, that is solely charged with the statutory mandate to enforce the alien and nationality law of Liberia, that they will have in fulfillment of this primary responsibility. The Liberia Immigration Service guides, protects territorial boundaries and borders of Liberia against illegal entry of persons into the country. They manages all land, you know, air and sea border. There are a lot of things they do. They also, you know, complement or support the Liberia National Police in a joint security operation to make sure that they support them in the process. And this is a professional institution. But to see them caught up in a web for GAC report that tells us that over 27 million from the GAC said, according to the audit, the LIS financial operations, the audit was conducted from on the year on a review from July 1, 2017 to December 31, 2022, and what the audit discovered that there was no evidence to support salary expenditure totaling over 27 million.
There's so much unthinkable that heads of institutions will transact.
Yeah.
Then they got no document.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
And these are level-headed people. You take charge of government money, the people's money. You expend the money, then you don't have no document to substantiate those claims you make. Oh yeah, we expended the money. We did this. We bought the vehicle. We spent it on this. But then you got the document.
They said 27.3 million at Brenda.
Where are the documents?
They use it and unexplained transaction LIS operational account held at the central bank, which could not be traced to the general ledger. You signing nothing, you go and withdraw. This is a syndicate, this is a Kool, a cartel.
Nah, this is what they sign. And they put to give it to you too. And you tell it around. What you do with the money? What you going to do? Nobody wants to know. What's that? And it's getting way out of order now. Because for people to be involved in this kind of thing is way out of order. Way out of order. And this should be a lesson for those who are in the positions. Just know that the $5-10 of the people money you are being cared of, tomorrow we'll ask you, if you don't tell us, you know what you doing this level. And even when you tell us, we want evidence. So because some of you are so good in producing document. Yeah. But even if you bring a document, we want it should be accompanied by facts. If it's physical evidence, we want to see it. If it's abstract, we want to know. Because we can be generating money. Imagine every year, government 884 million, 720 million government budget. Then when you spend this money, 27 million are child play money that you will spend without getting information. Like you said earlier on, I'm money was talking just putting your pocket and walk. Huh? No. We should not just think that everybody they are a bunch of uneducated people. They got sense. If the people can pay their taxes, they got sense. They know what they're doing. Then when the taxes are collected, when our folks go there to deal on behalf of Liberian people.
Imagine the audit also unveiled to us that US $774,405 in payment that was done, but it was issued in the names of employees instead of directly to vendors or service providers. People who said they render services to the institution, but rather you look among your employees, you know people who of like minds in the same habit. Reportedly by the audit report, what is revealed that look, I will pay the check or 10,000, go to the bank cash it, or you come, I'll give you a small thing. Then you already didn't tell you have created artificial debt for the country already. That these people provided the number of services, these people were able to bring stationery, these people were able to provide newspapers, they brought, just imagine that. You did not pay them directly. But you use some of your employees' names. Say, America, I already check in your name.
Yeah.
Go and transact. Go and get a check card or come here, bring it. Let me get it. I'll find a weekend. That you know.
Yeah. Look at procurement of fuel with no accompanying consumption report for usage log. 106,060.99 cents. You spend that kind of money. And how when you buy procure fuel, the usage of it. How many vehicles use it? At what time? Nothing.
And normally those buses that generator, they even supply them with fuel and other things. They were applicable
buses.
Yeah. So you just take it. No, that's the man who replaced Steve Zako. No, that's the time. That 6 year already from 2017 to 2022.
So
the situation of the former president George Weah.
Your 10 years not run away. Let him come and answer to this. Which one are true? Which one aren't true? Nobody to here. You just explain how money. Then you can't get no report, no document. What's that? And anything has always been a continuous process in this country. They give you money. Oh yeah, you take money. Look at the employees' contribution to the National Social Security and Welfare Corporation. There were no supported evidence by actual remittance. 551,549.92 cents. What is that so? You just go and borrow yourself. You the poor don't get sense, man. Yeah, the poor don't get sense. So let's do it tomorrow and ask a question. For what? You think we won't be having people like P. Gasper Jackson to sit at the position where somebody will come out? Then when you talk about prosecuting people, people say we are selective, or the folks who are there are selective. We have cried for accountability. Look at the essay you are playing this morning, reminding Liberians about the orator of the July 26 last year, where the United States Sachet Affair, they had to walk for any hall. He said we should be calling the day Independence Day instead of saying Independence Day. No accountability in this country. For since then, government got no accountability. I hear government will say we pardon my successor or predecessor. I'm not going to go to them. I will leave it. Is that going to run Nigeria? Is that going to build this country? We put it over 200 years. We have not even built anything and completed. Others built their countries. 50 years. 40 years. We have taken almost 200 years. We're still building roads. Roads are not even reached a part of our country yet. For the children that go up in those areas to see vehicle go there, they are not seeing it. They will just, money will just come, folks take money. What's that? Imagine you taking employees' contribution to NASCAR. No remittance. So you think the man will work for the money all those years and he should be getting some at the end of the day, you get no record? What sort of sheer wickedness is that? And if folks no answer to this question.
But that's why in the report, when the GSC said in the report, they are now demanding that the LRS management from July 2017 to December 2022 be made to fully account for the financial discrepancies.
Let it tell us.
Unexplained disbursements and substantial variances between its internal expenditure report and the fiscal outturn reports. Just imagine, unexplained disbursements. What the purpose are you releasing money for? Nobody knows.
What's that?
You collect money, just call somebody because you know the man and put in a check in your name, go something you can.
I say 774,425.
Security institutional corruption is
yes.
No wonder why drugs are because you few heads will just say and eat the money, then you get the people to the border, then you expect them to stand there and they report on you at the same time.
What's that?
Now, when we go for these people now, you see, this is the report. This for JC, this is not for Ambassador Bar, this is not for Ambassador Brooks. But when they go for these people, you will say they're attacking the other regime, they're attacking this other party, they're attacking the other person. You see?
The people only don't carry the South Beach. They go send and say, no, it's unfair. So it was fair for them to deal with us like this. Look at 805 million discrepancy. This is between the Ministry of Finance and Integrated Financial Management Information, the IFMRS, Ledger, and the LRS. No financial statements. How would the people treat us like this? How? Like we are here a bundle of bomb fools. We need our sense. We are stupid people, so they deal with us any kind of way. And that's how we will deal with them. This thing has to end. It has to end. How many of these transactions went before? Well, the last time I checked, we were celebrating 800 plus million. We were celebrating. But did we see the physical outturn of the money? No. You get money to the ministry agency. At the end of the day, you have to get them money. No report. That's how the listener used to say, before we confirm that we're supposed to take money, they should give us a report.
Yeah, he said the performance report.
Yes.
He said, why we always, here's to pass the budget. We allotted money.
Yeah.
And the next segment is also on the spotlight to say how they themselves caught up into the work from the audit from the GAC as well. But this is where we now find ourselves.
So we'll go to the line, Liberians, to talk to you this morning. You will have yours to say, but this is what is out. Like Makoni said, you people sometimes you're not careful to analyze these things. Instead of people looking at the doers, they will start to look at us. Because we don't want to hear it from. The people who did it to you, they will not get vexed with them. They also applicate it to us. Then somebody will come and tell me, say, why will you go to all this side? Go to Andrew. Why will you go to Barclay? Why we went so? We can start anywhere.
And this is a body responsible to conduct audit without fear, without favor, without any political influence. This body was not created for a particular group of people.
No.
This body.
But listen, Jason, what he has said in the past government, they should use them to.
But the man who is now, who conducted the report, the current Auditor General, is the former president that nominated him, and he got confirmed. So how do you call this? He witch hunting then?
Yeah.
Be honest to yourself.
I would say
he witch hunting then. Because truth telling in a girl, we are not used to it. So when you do it, you the bad person. Saying the hard truth, you the bad person. My man, I warned you since yesterday. Stop texting me. I don't want to disgrace you on air this morning and read out your number to people. You are invading my privacy. Being uncivilized, you must learn to understand certain things. Do not text me. This matter is currently before the Alberta National Police. Any attempt one no, I will name and shame you, and I'll call your full name, and I'll read your number out for people to, and you will find yourself in the problem. That your illiteracy and uncivilized behavior, when people tell you something because they're quiet, you don't do it. Your poor upbringing should not reach to this level. All right.
Then continue.
No, when I'm dragging him to court, that some people will be saying, oh, when they're picking him up, they will. But I'll leave it for now. I'm only waiting for one more, and you see how the day will end with two of us. So, folks, this is the morning ride, and this is where we at. People must be able to account for the stewardship. There are people who are really in need. There are people who really want to serve the country, but they do not have the means and the privilege to be there. But because they are there and watching you, so you think that, you can't run government on gentleman agreement thing. My man, they tell the thing about, you got to sign, you walk. You stand to defend budget for your agency. When the money goes into the agency account, you use it loosely without any documentation.
We want to use it.
You make it look like that your money you finish working for, or you do your business, that the profit now you're using it anyhow anyway. When will we get up and say, look, we need our leaders to be accountable for what? They said the government and that government will come when they do not. They let themselves to find themselves in it. And these are some of the projects that are being sponsored by donor partners to audit, because they themselves get sometimes direct budget support. Just a couple of a month or a little over a month, we saw international partners who are supporting the GAC into Liberia. And I was fortunate to be with them at the former Mama Point Hotel, where we sat, and some of the questions were being asked, and how they can get support to the media, how they can get support to civil society groups. We gotta want to know some of the reports, how the reports are out, and how Liberians are taking it because they are supporting it. And they have rated the General Auditing Commission of Liberia very high on the continent in Africa, especially West Africa, that they are doing extremely well. They are brave, independent, to audit the offices of the president, to have gone to, the Ministry of State for President Affairs, that from places where people always afraid to go audit. Yeah. And they discover a lot of things there too. Payroll party, discrepancy in salary and all of these things, money, living cover with all any accountability, proper documentation, all of these things. And people are now answering questions. And in the month of July, according to the GAC latest report, that they are about to conduct maybe probably over 30 or 60 audits. Sure. And some of the reports will be out. We show love to these people so much to the extent that they feel that when they steal, they are protected. These people do this thing with clear intent. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They do it with intent that all the people who can stand by me.
Well, you hear what the other madam was telling me, man. Say, when you see the document again, the member can read it, my brother, you want to finish it. Yeah. But I think they haven't. We don't read. So do those things and get all sort of crap tomorrow. Then they say, we don't read it. Jesus Christ.
0775-919-919, 080-919-919. The numbers you can call us, and the numbers are currently activated. You can call us on these numbers, and you're going to be part of the conversation. Speak and speak with civility, and just speak to what we are discussing, please. You're live.
Good morning, William.
Good morning, sir.
This is Sonny Wooler from Kool's Academy. Thank you for the telephone this morning. You know, I'm sorry to say, the culture of impunity have been the root foundation of Liberia. And moreover, I would say the situation system has which oil just for certain people. Because all this money you guys are discussing with the media on a day-to-day basis, you will see today this guy go to court after 2-3 weeks, they go to get bad, not yet what they be done. But if they were just sort of fraud to my son, that will just kiss my person of pepper, because you die, the spirit will die, and nothing will come of it. Think about the way I've been going. Now that somebody you do a set of Swiss girl, but I can't let go like dreadful. But on this game, you will see potential of Swiss girl, come and take my money, and have Swiss girl like that. Where is the money going? And we are cry. They have to answer our cry. The issue is you take it into your hand. We are getting tired. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Asford. You're live.
Good morning, Willie.
Good morning, David.
Thank you so much. You know, we in Liberia will put for what happening now, and thanks to President Nimapaka. There's one in here, I see, speaking for young, who can pass which one up. I mean, only wish. If your wish can hold you. If you're not been stealing our money, everything will be your own administration. You're sitting and then it's telling you for the post every morning and telling that people your vote just to get ready when your vote, you will see your vote will be a result. Today we see at least our vote and give you a result. You cannot come and tell our lady, Dubai, America, you will be able to prove one rest of one day with everything comes. You're taking a divide and when you say, we're going to give you that. You want to do. No, I don't put your own money. What can go on when you make a sound decision, we listen to each other as they've been telling us, we keep on the street, they've been telling us every morning, everything. They just do this right in Liberian. One day the result will be the result. Because if you don't share your vote for corporate and you put the country first, you will put the rep party in the rep place, or do the rep petition. We want for female or females to go to court, go through the process. And then go, the speaking for you, the whole campaign, he has changed to which conduct.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning to two in Barcelona. My name is Fayad Davis. I'm calling you from Bangkok. You see, you are cerebral. They wish one penny ahead. In our Dale, the people are on the way they call them Joma, me I can see me. So if you witchcraft, they will hunt you, they will bring Joma to hunt you. So let people forget about the Wishon business and be serious for them to go answer questions. Because we, the Liberian people, are looking at them. We are looking at them and we know. The thing now is say that you have to go take blood tests for you to know that whether or some people use money and you know that they were not supposed to use it. We know how to take blood tests for it. We were telling them, hey, and you people are saying this over and over and over and over. Now they think they are come up. So now they stop crying and look for Google lawyers that you know for them to see how best they can go defend it. When they found guilty, fine. Let it bring our money back. They bringing our money back, the bureau again to president for it. So we don't want for anything to be happening there, you know, they get grab the other person, bring our money back. They don't want to do it through the rule of law. So thank you for the program this morning.
Thank you. Thank you. Your life.
Good morning, Ricky. This is Frank calling from Zubratan, Iboro. Okay, thank you for good brilliant topic. I could remember when Muba Morusa was saying that when the president bring money in from Brandon money in here come. There are a lot of things, the confusion was even between the CDC, like even the organ from MTA, they say used to go for Kalasco, used to go for money, the KC only were alleged. And there are many practices they take. Of which today they want for people to investigate it. And we have to grow accountability of country to move forward. This country are very great, that accountability. So without accountability, we will go nowhere. So they should go and answer to the question. If it be my father, mother, let them pay for what they did. Thank you very much, man. Carry with it.
Your life. Move away from the noise.
Yeah, I'm moving away. I'm in a car.
Foul. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, we can answer Matthew Williams.
Go ahead, sir.
This is my six. Yeah, Jojo. We can want to put that level with entire woman. Let me tell you. My phone call President Baga I did not regret. When I saw the comment in me yesterday, I don't know how to agree. I enjoy that comment. I'm not sure I will pray more like another comment until you be confirmed. You culture impunity has again. If I was like going to move, culture impunity has again. No matter who they say, but I'm going to move on. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Let's talk to other callers this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Wiggy.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Donna. This is Tommy D. And I call you from Gaza this morning. You know, you guys are having this country so much. But the people that don't understand that they're supposed to go move forward are against the people for no reason. That you go against the people. The report you get read, enough of OFM. That piece of job that people taking salary for and they're doing their work. This guy was appointed by George Weah, former president Weah. They're doing the Nimakandi and disgracing because they didn't want to do the work you're doing for now. That work was started under former president Weah. But they didn't want to do the work because they know what they were doing. Now the man had the opportunity to help to improve Liberia. The old man said, not business as usual. And we can see it. This country has to move on. If the outside world is not crediting these guys for the kind of work they're doing, let them know that from today, anybody can be arrested. Nobody here, even the state they want to arrest you, you will bring them any movie, that will be arrested. And you will be judged, you are found guilty, you pay for it. Going to court doesn't mean that you are guilty. Unless you go on. How look at the kind of report you're giving. How will this country grow with a group of people can sit and use money with no record, no accountability? You use money can say you drinking water. Now where we are in the I can get water, get raw water from their free. Let them pay for their serious cheer. Thank you for this morning.
Thank you as well.
Welcome.
Your life.
Yeah, good morning, Wiki. How are you doing this morning?
Morning.
Thank you. I am Joseph Fremont. I join you from Providence this morning. Thank you. You know, this country, we must fix this country. No matter who like it, who does not like it. For me, I'm not from the two political parties. I'm from the NPP people. My first political party, brother, is Liberia. Seriously. Whosoever that can fix the country. I voted for President Bakai through Senator James Barney from the NPP end. Because I felt that
This old man can make it. He can face the country by the grace of God. But you know, the worst people that can really get at me, most of the time, when you grab people, you say they should fight corruption. Why should fight corruption? The president should fight. Why when they grab people, you carry placard? And then rest they're talking about, and the money they post eating for the country elected, you will not eat anything. Yeah, but who eat it? Thomas Tusha, I know from Iron Gate, yeah. The mother grieve, but then the woman die because of a business. That they constantly were a funeral. How many officials from that end that came to the woman when she was grieving? How many officials? They're looking for the cell, brought in handcuff in the funeral, for a mother funeral. Why we will keep treating our because of
and none of them will go there to do it. The people that today carrying into the situation, the people who feeling that they did not go to the funeral.
Yeah. So the way that I said, again, don't touch on the woman, they get at the funeral, they go Saturday. Yeah. Why you will be giving yourself a position and punish you now, you behind bar. Nobody come to your family to say, yeah, father, yeah, tender, until we do encourage the case will be done, we're going through the court procedure. Nobody ever go to you and swapping. Nobody ever come to your mother until she died, she was buried on Saturday. What would you learn?
You are telling your mother funeral in cough.
Our vote was in the right direction. Thank you.
Myself should be crying.
You are telling your mother funeral in cough. Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You live.
Good
morning.
Yeah, this came up about I think with the issue.
All
right. So we can I don't need to be savvy to say that, but I don't be playing with people who test you to see to live with them. Whenever I tell you negative test, I say that call the person on the radio.
No, but I've said that because you know I try to overlook it, but the level of illiteracy and being uncivilized. People don't understand what they can call cell phone. You invading my privacy. That's my personal number assigned to me. You sending me text. I'll advise you. Don't text me. You're not my friend. In no way you myself got any connection. You manage to get my number and you want to use it other way. But when I take my stand, then they will say I'm using power.
They don't even know that some of the tests can be used again in the personal court because the test as a negative test. The court can order you to come and say the reason why it's
no, just leave it. I will handle that. I will handle that person. I already got my statement to the police already. Don't even worry about that. That's something wrong. I can handle the person. You get value there from. Then you won't come be arguing with people.
So I don't want to get in there with the person. And then the next thing is,
yeah, go ahead.
We took power to face the country. We didn't take power to support the country. Anybody who think you don't want to go to Liberia, leave Liberia, go to different country. So when you live in Liberia, Waka took power to face the country. We did not elect Waka to see the sin happening. All the sins here are about to happen. The report is about to happen. If Waka said do the wrong thing, President Waka sorry if he do the wrong thing. The next coming
but he himself is not exempted from being audited when the time comes. He's not. Nobody off the hook. Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're live.
Good morning, all Investor Wiki and that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Blue Talk.
Welcome, Blue Talk. Luminous Sagittarius, very for Jesus, Matthew Anzi. You see, Wiki and this is something today we are sorry for the king of the American people taking that support from that era. Because we not serious from the past season, we were not serious. But someone's paying that money on you and you don't tell them how you use the money. So, no one ever wage for 6 to 7 years. So you're going to know that someone people probably taking money and they country that are full of corruption. The citizen will suffer if it will suppress development. So, Mr. President, somehow we are all raised at 17. We work in our water. If I tell somehow full sport or not. So, if you know that you are doing the rifle thing, please to let that person point it out. When you must, if you get what the people talk, you will not do what you do for the country. So, just do the rifle thing and stay away the bad thing. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Yeah, and you said good morning, guys.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Ibrahim. I call you guys this morning. I appreciate you for the book. You know, the issue that I had with the NIS. Let the first one make so.
correction. And here you see more President command administration, but we need to talk about President. I mean, sorry, President. They only talk about July.
No, if you listen to what I said at the end of the regime of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is July 1, 2017 to July 31, December 31, 2022. That's how I started the conversation. And then you go back, you follow the recording, you will get it.
So they started from the Manassery administration, and then coming on to...
That was just at the close, that's what I said.
Yeah, coming to the administration. Mm-hmm. You know the issue of the fight in corruption is very serious. And we all have to take it very seriously. The only thing I see is, so that I ask myself, because I'm ready to succeed in the fight in corruption. So I ask myself this question. And the very reason why I ask one of the questions so far is that, somebody tell me, say, if you want to discipline your neighbor child, the first thing you do is discipline your own child. But at the time your own child is missing discipline by your neighbor, and then you go to discipline your neighbor child, at that point in time, you go to them, people they appreciate you. But unfortunately, if you feel good that you see your children doing well, then you go to discipline your neighbor child, you'll begin to laugh at you. What am I trying to say? You know, for instance, the asset recovery team, the audit, what have you, right? There are several instances of this regime that we want the government to also be able to advertise to ensure that we can see transparency. We cannot be able to begin to perceive or maybe make insinuation of wishful. You know that Babati is being alleged to be involved into corruption, having your own girlfriend, went to a friend place, small money, I think in my mind, the way we can better succeed in the fight in corruption in this country is to be able to really be strong as a people. Be your friend, be not your friend. And not be able to understand that people need to get account. People are going to build one in this country, or Nathaniel and Emoti. You will not believe it until you see it. People are sleeping in slum. And government can afford to be more. And some of those money that people are taking for their personal use, where are they being paid as government officials? The money could be used to go to Solomon and say, okay, stay at government here, we say, we're going to build a place and get the poor people to live here. And you can pay on the government account every year. They're paying here 15 years to the property. Unfortunately, one person will get 2 million, 3 million, and then the other people are not watching the property. So the way I want to do this thing is people listen. Let somebody say, government will choose who's on the case to investigate now. Don't you think we should not go that way? Because we have even something called statute of limitation. So some of the cases that have been down past, we should be able to go there and not let it die. And also the one that happening now, where under this particular government watch, we should also be able to understand that we have to take top action to indicate that, hey, even you that under my app already are seeing you, the one that happening right now, I want that you go punish. So that people can be able to understand that they have to be to care, not to go into public service with that mindset that, yeah, I'm going to get rich. Public service is not about getting rich, it's about coming to serve. Thank you for having me this morning.
You're welcome, Mr. You're welcome, but all of these things, it has to do with the law, it has to do with funding, because some of the cases, when you want to fast track, you might have the financial muscle as a government, and that's why the LC is also asking for a court to be set up where they can do prosecution speedily when some of these things are happening. So we got to keep looking at some of these things and taking it into consideration. 0775 919 919 0880 919 919 are the numbers you can certainly call us on to be part of the conversation. Let me talk to this caller on the line. You're live.
Yeah, good morning. I political looking good and to your esteemed school.
Go ahead.
Young Pastor Command, we have good role in this school for all of the ambience of the rescue missionary. You can thank you very much for always taking all your time to provide undiluted information to the wider Nigerian public. I thing, I feel all my people can pay you for the kind of job you got at me for Mama Liberia. On the issue of corruption code, I think that we are always been saying corruption have been, genocidal thing, they are keeping up the fabric of the country since independence. It is something I kept Liberia get cool that among the correct country on planet Earth. All these things are happening because we've been having bad leaders. So I think it's a pleasure today that for us to have a leader that has decided to robustly tackle corruption hands on, which is President Joseph I think that other previous leaders have failed on, he has decided to tackle it hands on. I think it's critical all are going to support this national endeavor that this president has embarked on. But this thing has decided the progress of the country. This thing has prepared the various factors of our society, the health, the infrastructure. They have caused the education system to be one of the most deteriorated education systems in West Africa. So I want to maybe call our legislators to ensure that the issue of the LCC that the court should be making for how to have for a special lab code to be set up, I will have to fast track. When also question is talking, it has too many. And LCC doesn't have that charisma to take up all of the cases or the code. So I think a special lab code to be set up that will specifically look into corruption cases. And we want to call our legislators, you can call back in all reporting law. We want to call in this, there was time for you to see the movement to draw the law because for them to be passed so that those who corrupted the state, those who kept liberating property can be tried in this code. So thank you so much for putting me the time.
Thank you as well. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Pastor Wiki.
Emmanuel Kilima.
Yes, sir. My Enklima calling for some Dara Market. Or Pastor Wiki, and our Nathaniel Park. They put Labra when we having all the whistle like this. That means the country have go for they go to God wish. When you got wishing your country wish constructively, that what the president is doing, President Bokai, I think we have grown. If I'm going to be part of wish for that one by clear for us. So the kind of wish activity we will always pray for people who will come and become president for Liberia and have shots of which and do the right thing and go in all the department. We appreciate it for them to be in Liberia. Thank you very much for this topic.
Thank you as well. Let's talk to this caller. You live.
Good morning. I'm Winston, a call from a official resident Baptist Seminary. I listen to for you University concerning about the decisions in the corridors and processes these people got for the Liberian people. I think the patience of the people is coming to an end, and this is the reason why the president did not sit down there and become complacent with the devil daycare practice. And some of them, they were born criminally, so when they have the opportunity to serve, that is all.
Okay, he's going off the line, and now I'll bring you, I'll send you a bank message on this platform this morning, but let's talk to our callers on the line. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Wiki, how are you, Papa?
Well, good morning, me and you.
This is Reverend Howard.
Go ahead, Reverend.
And to not be deterred, the truth that I take on your post and continue to tell the Liberian people the right thing. Anybody try to threaten you this and that, we will use the spiritual means to pray against whoever will do that because you are telling the truth of this truth. So don't be afraid. Whoever testing you, whoever telling you anything for people to be used to that kind of money, and lay down here, I didn't listen to other radio stations where people die for where one person died from hunger in what they call it in something like that.
heated into every kind of thing. We can go to hospital, we can, our children cannot pay school fee when we are happy to fully school fee in this country. So that's what kind of thing when you be talking to somebody, when you letting you nobody, follow the name of Jesus Christ or Nazareth, nobody will letting you for the truth. So when you tell them the truth, they say, thank you for that.
Thank you as well. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Mary calling from Sister Community.
Please go ahead.
Just I saw a little clip on the net. I was looking for Sunday and when I saw this country, the president, somebody wanted to visit him. And the worker would just bring the fans in and he pack it up. Pack in and pack it up. After they left, the visitor asked him, do you check in his files? He said, oh, there are so many. He said, but you need to take time to be checking. And he started doing it right away, and he discovered that lots of, paper, they bring white, they bring order that is not even working in the interest of the government. They are pirating. He discovered it. So, some of those things could be done this way, that they should be strong to follow these records, So, and that's the little thing I have to add to the program. Thank you.
Thank you this morning for being part
At
of
9 o'clock, we go for the message from the Central Bank of Liberia at 9 o'clock.
Yes, indeed. So, shortly.
And tomorrow we'll be having the clergyman Milton Bly on the radio tomorrow at about this time, 9 to 10 o'clock on tomorrow.
Yeah.
My daughter Kumba, how is the business today? Well, your face, how are you looking so? Like you thinking about something?
And I say on me, I going to plenty things. So I tell my pay the next day. I'm telling you, all the money can check go tell that my children's school fee, hospital money, rent, my own say small thing and say nothing. I can do anything good for myself.
Amen.
Then to make matter worse, I try to put small money in lay business to go out of the country. But to find foreign currency, I can just be running around. It's too bad that things how I am stressed.
Yeah. Anything you don't know is bigger than you for true, yeah?
What you mean now, Patroni?
Kumba? On March 27, 2025, the Central Bank of Liberia launched the National Financial Education Program for people then like you.
The National Financial Education Program?
They finished putting it outside. That is they call launch. And that President Joseph Newman Boaka said launched the program for the whole country.
Okay. So what in the program will do for a person like me now?
The program will solve your problem, my daughter.
Tell me something.
The financial education program will help people like you, Kumba, to understand how to take care of your money Google.
Yeah?
Yes. It will show you how to set financial goals, how to budget your money, how to save part of your money after you take pay, how you can turn some of your money around in business for it to grow.
What?
Yeah. So after taking pay, you can't be broke again.
That good thing, Patroni.
Yeah, Makumba. The Central Bank of Liberia will work with plenty other government offices then like Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Gender and Social Protection, and other groups then like the Liberia Marketing Association to make sure you're the women and girls manage your money Google.
Oh yeah, that is very good.
Yeah. Now, this financial education get many steps.
Tell me about them, Patroni. Tell me.
First, you have to set your financial goals.
What?
This means you must think about where you want to see yourself in the future. Maybe 1 year from now, you won't get plenty of money to be able to take care of all of your problems.
Yeah.
Or you want to be big businesswoman. But you can only reach where you want to see yourself in having more money according to the way you will plan to use your money today.
How that one already work now?
That the next step I will come into. They call it budgeting, meaning planning how to use your money the right way.
Yes, that one that true.
So you budget by making a plan that show how you will use your money. Once you take your pay or you get any money, you have to sit down to put idea together to use your money.
Yeah.
In line with the thing that you need to do for you and your family, and you will still be able to keep some.
It makes sense.
Yes, so when you make your budget, that means you have to stick to it because you plan for everything already.
That's true.
The other important thing, that's saving. Saving means to keep some money somewhere for you to use in future. Then just using all your money soon you take pay.
Okay, but this saving you're talking about, ain't that to keep the money in your safe to your house, eh?
One advice, Makuma, do not keep the money in your house or under your mattress. Yes, go to the bank house and open your saving and account. You can open 2 savings.
2 savings?
Yes. You can open 1 saving or account with any mobile phone company. Like that, you carry your money on your phone right in your own hand anywhere you going.
But what if the phone lost now?
Easy. Just go back to the mobile phone company and get your SIM card back with all your money still on it. Yes. Then you could choose to open another saving or account with a bank. Just go to any bank you like and say you want to open saving to keep your money. They will help you open an account.
Okay, but what a benefit in that one?
A bank account has many benefits. Number 1, the bank can put interest on top of your money you keeping with it.
Okay.
And because of that, you can also be able to take loan from the bank where you open your saving. With that loan money, you can make business to grow your money or do other good things for yourself.
Okay.
And when you take loan from the bank, make sure you're able to pay it back.
Yeah.
At the same time, open your eyeball to all the things that you will agree to on the loan paper. Like when you will pay back, how much you will pay every time, and then the main one, wedding business you're taking the loan money for. And you must understand the interest you will have to pay to. Yeah, after that, you can make a plan to pay back your debt. Manage the debt good.
Yeah, it will not be good you tell loan, then you're not able to pay it back.
It's not correct like that, sir. Yeah, that digging hole, covering hole thing not correct because you will still be in the hole.
Yeah.
What some people do is to make sure they take a loan to put the money into something that brings in more money. They call it investment. So they can be able to pay their debt and be able to save at the same time.
So Google ad here, yeah?
Yes, so then another good thing is to insure your business or your home.
Insurance for my business, my home, my...
So, God forbid, if something bad happen, the insurance company can help you get something bad because you are protected against loss.
No, Johnny, I will go to the financial education program and learn about money matter, yeah? Insurance, hayaka.
Yeah, because with insurance, when your property damage or warehouse burn with your goods inside, for example, the insurance will pay.
Oh! So a part of financial education too, eh?
Yes, it is part of the financial education tool to manage risk and protect yourself. Then you know, some business people don't treat their customers very good.
They plenty of.
Fine. So the last thing the CBL and other Google friends talk about, they say you get right as customer to complain any business house that will not treat you the right way.
Any business house?
Yes, like banks or mobile phone companies. If they not treat you the right way, you must talk it.
Okay.
That's right. And under the financial education program, you listen to me, they will teach you how to complain and how they will hear your complaint. So, Kuma, that you.
Thank you plenty, Papa Johnny. I will make sure to be part of the financial education program so I can learn all the good things about money.
This message is from the government of Liberia through the Central Bank of Liberia.
Okay, folks, so we'd like to say thank you as usual for joining us. And that's the message there from the Central Bank of Liberia. So we're back again on this. Now we move to another report released by the GSC, and this has to do with the National Legislature, telling you how they are spending taxpayer money, or our international partners that normally give direct budgetary support to our government. These are folks Liberians have called over the period of time to be audited. But the GSC also conducted another report, there are folks who are raising serious concern about not really even the GSC, but they are looking at money over the period of time allotted to the national legislature and how these money been apportioned. And people stay asking, what did they do with it? Or what are we having these people allotting such amount of money to these people, and we still see poverty on the increase, the districts that they represent underdeveloped, the counties they represent underdeveloped. And according to the report from some investigation done with the prevailing poverty, unemployment, youth rates, and all of these things in the country on the increase, it was so surprising to know that the Liberian legislature has spent, or they currently spending, over US $108,221,842 from fiscal year, from 2024 to 2025. That's the 55th National Legislature, from 2024 to 2025. And the public so much concerned when it comes to the issue of poverty, then it comes to the issue of widespread reported corruption across the country. According to the government financial records, money that being given to these people. Now, they say the odd term or the expenditure of a 2024 fiscal year to the national legislature. Now, they have given green light for the GSC to audit it, but people been keeping eyes on it. There are some financial record on them, money being allotted over the period of time. So we hope that they will open their arms for the GSC to conduct a proper and comprehensive audit on them. But as it stands, this is their own report from the government. People who watching them, people who observing. According to the government record, 2024 fiscal year alone, $63,877,136 were a portion to 103 lawmakers. Can you imagine 103 lawmakers? Because you got 73 representatives, 30 senators, 103 of the 5.2 million people that we claim we have in this country. You get in $63,877,136. They wanted to say that you give it to him now, he will be happy maybe from now to the end of the weekend before the money finish. That July. You manage board will manage it because you're not easy board. You will manage the money and you might even we enjoy yourself. You might even tell the entities I don't want to take money to the end of November and be using $5 per month. Yeah. Now, to 103 lawmakers, including payments for vehicles. You know, we had in us, gave lawmakers $45,000 for fuel, entertainment, travel, DSA, constituency visits, legislative hearings, and other operational services. That's the kind of money.
It will not work. And I tell you, the police will not be open today. They can't force it because the lawmaker. And yeah, after 6 years, I want to be senator, I want to be representative, I'll be re-elected. I'm coming behind you. I want to call because I just. And I don't know.
You know, taking them away there. Yeah. I'm going to come out, just use the money for the deal and come, we'll see what to do. Yeah. $63,877,136. for salaries and benefits for 103 lawmakers, including payments for vehicles, fuel, entertainment. I don't know who they can entertain. When people are they get entertained in the other to their houses and entertain people. Travel, DSA, constituency visits, legislative hearings, and other operational services. Now, they say in 2024, lawmaker salary alone costs taxpayer, people who struggling, that government collecting taxes from, to pay the honorable men and women. Lawmaker salaries alone in 2024 cost taxpayer $12,378,601, while an additional US $8,533,721 was spent for their personal travel salaries. Fuel and lubricants for vehicles in 2024 amounted to US $4,587,905 and US $369,100 for entertainment and gifts. Who they were giving gifts to? Look at that, entertainment and gifts. Where the last time you see giving a lawmaker? Who? Yeah, this.
The other men all said money, we say money corrupt money get more clean first.
Yeah. Now,
my lawmaker are not giving me anything yet. I'm seeing anything.
Now they're saying
we taking money on behalf of us.
Now they say now, in 2024, legislative expenditure cover both houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives, and their respective offices. Look at this. The office of the Senate Pro Tem of the Liberian Senate. Yes, that office in 2024 spent $1,406,920, while the office of the Speaker of the House of Representatives spent US $2,022,425. The Deputy Speaker office also got US $1,273,650 in just 12 months. Yes. Beyond the offices of the individual, the Senate as a body expended US $19,470,322. I don't know why it said you'll be putting $322, all the stay behind.
The money, when I send
they need to be giving it to side other people. Yeah, why the House of Representatives they consume US $39,703,830 in the same year of 2024.
Jesus Christ.
Now, when we look at 2024 budget, 2025 budget that was passed, they allocated additional US $44,344,706 solely for the legislature to keep them on the high spending level. You can drop them.
So the only thing is the money when there, almost like they can look at the money and determine what portion they must take from it.
Yeah. But Liberia is a country with a lot of resources, but the people live in poverty.
But the leaders are the ones.
But the leaders, just imagine, just 103 persons in 12 months will consume over 60 million. Why the people are in poverty? Now, come to think about it. Some of you who government, people who represent your political party that today that were elected, they there.
Yeah.
The people from the United Party that came to rescue, they there.
All of them.
They are folks. They there. They are not rejecting it.
People in society when they go inside.
Yeah, they are not. You see, this is where you know that We are fake how we pledge loyalty to people. The person come from another party, the person come from another party, you will go, oh, you know the party but always corrupt. But the person from your party part of this thing. They more concerned about themselves.
So imagine they were taking 39 million. 2024, 2025 they killed 44 million.
Yes. So what the work that they're doing that they have, what's the justification? That's what people are calling for audit. What are you doing that we can see and say, look, there's a need to increase the budget because these people are really working, and I think there's some short hands on budget that we need to amend. You don't want to make yourself available for accountability to be transferred to the people, but you just make decisions to increase. You want people to come stand before you.
One police officer inside and say, as soon as they start, he know who talking to. He mugging.
I would have what's up.
They are mugging with the sap you and want to really money.
Oh, I'm a senior member. And you. And we still struggling with the budget on education, on health, electricity, sanitation, and all of these things. You know, it's not bad to have this kind of money apportioned to these people, but it is bad when majority of the people live in poverty and they're not feeling the impact of the representation, the lawmaking, the oversight that you are doing for them. So it becomes so terrible. Let me see. Good morning.
Hello?
I'm on the radio.
But you don't know the time, man.
Yeah. Anybody call me, I'll put you on.
So 2026, the money will go to 50 million. 50 million. So they are the ones to take the bigger chunk of what the people should. There's some lavish spending on legislative operations. Liberians themselves need to get involved. I know when you bring an argument to them to say no, in the civil service structure or government payment process, it don't reduce but increase. So that's the reason why your money don't come down, but it can go up. But these are issues that really need to be considered very seriously. Deputy Speaker, Pro Tem, all the people there, all these people at the end of the day, the money, and in fact, all the lawmakers, especially when they roll past, they leave from there, come and sit down right here in most of the county. They will spend huge on fuel and lubricants for that vehicle.
Entertainment and gifts.
Entertainment.
Who they can entertain? Let get it now. Who they can entertain?
And all of them.
Let's say consequences visits. When they go, how can they go visit when they on a legislative break?
But he represents Bon County and say he want to see the poor living in most other countries. But when time for for registration time, they get to the poor most of the carry them in the country to register. But he said if you want country for something, you should come for the date in the country.
And the other man too so hard to listen. He went by again and say, you know, monkey power is real. You want shake a man say monkey power real thing.
Monkey power real. You see, and there are Liberians working on the people. Ambassadors who are making, Liberians are making 150 per month. And you see the people wasting the money.
Look at our police officers.
Yes.
Our immigration officers. Our other security apparatus personnel. Look at the kind of money they do. We wanted to perform magic or miracle in their duties. We want them to fly. We want them to be to 3, 4, 5 places at the same time.
They're not making me a memorable John, one police man.
Yeah.
But he saw it.
They want a clerk group. Yeah. And you go by, he
imagine. Because last time when the other 25 tell you on the minister area, one policeman just happy. He said, this has never happened today, but this is a welcome news. Even a fasten out on that money, they're happy. Rescue his room. I said, wow. Then you see people, we allow it to spend the car will buy for them. We take it a gift for them.
We'll buy a car for them. We will gas or fuel the car for them.
Yeah.
We pay the driver that will drive them.
Yeah.
We pay the security. We pay. Look,
when the car spot will fix it, they cook. Even their dog in the yard will feed. We're supposed to feed the dog because they got animal in the yard.
But these people are competing with ruler.
Yeah. Is that living?
The only man who lives completely free in the entire country. He get paid to sleep anywhere. He don't pay for food. He don't buy clothes.
No one of us only lawmaker they just causing noise or someone just keep quiet. They didn't do nothing. They just sit down. Hey, let them know. 6 years you make that money in Basel. Eh?
Okay.
Everything free.
Now take for instance, you look at the. Here come the thing about this. You look at the protein. The protein office in 6 years. The protein, if you see if this remain constant. So you're talking about in 6 years, I'm not talking about the change over. So in 6 years, you're talking about 6 million for the protein, because in 2024, the office of the protein spent $1,406,920. So you look at 1 million for it. So we got millionaires in this country.
Yes.
Then you come to the speaker office. 2 million.
Yeah.
You times it by 6. And you leave the chain out.
Yeah. Then the deputy speaker.
So you're talking about 12 million in the 6 years.
They put maybe annually.
You're talking about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 in 6 years. No wonder what about 4. You were hanging on that speakership position.
Bulldozing vehicles and all the others will be there. You see.
Then you come to the deputy speaker. You're looking at the deputy speaker also earning 1 million plus a year.
1.2 plus
in 12 months.
That's how much money. We're talking about 1,000 or 10 million. Because there are some people working in 12 months. They don't even, the 12 months they're making higher.
No wonder why these people don't know, even check on these people when they confirm they're looking at the oversight to go. They don't care about the cash.
Yeah. And when these guys go for confirmation to money change hands.
Can you imagine?
When they are bills, when they are concessions before the money change
hands. In the budget, for every time there's a hearing, they are there to receive something for hearing. They went against them like games and entertainment.
Yeah.
Who they entertain?
And the people, they can't go hungry.
Who doesn't want to sing or perform over there?
And I have very few of them that normally can share out with people.
Sure, there are some lawmakers because that's their upbringing. Some of them they know, and some of them because of the personal relationship they got with people, they know how to come in and chip and do some of these things. But some of them with all of what we see, all of the kind of reports on them, they don't care. They don't care.
No, they don't care.
You go there say when they explain you go take it say you go and talk to your lawmaker, when they finish explaining their problem to you, you won't even take your last and give it to them so you can even walk to go back home. Because they put themselves in a position that they actually don't have it. Then we'll get her and go be asking people in other countries for money. So the president of the United States annual salary is $400,000.
Well, yeah. They're making more money than the book will big.
And we will slop by the people.
So they work for money for. They put that wearing
this is where you will understand now. This is where, because sometimes the government corrupt, but you want to vote your lawmakers who are there collecting the very same money. They share the money, just the same. But you see, you will say because this party is the ruling party, the party corrupt. Stand up and say, I will not take this money. Liberians, this is before you this morning. You are the judges out there. What's your say? What's your take on this matter? This is how your folks are spending taxpayer money. When schools are in deplorable condition, roads are bad, health delivery services so poor, security underpaid, but yet we wanted to perform miracle to protect us, to make a rest, and do all of these things. Let's hear for you on 0775 919 919. The numbers you can call us on 0880 919 919. The numbers. I want to hear from Liberians this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Wiki.
Good morning, sir.
And now I'm back there now.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I tell you that this morning you are spoken. First time my name is serious on that we journey from Pueblo to be precise for my head teaching.
Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah. Our parent in this country is wrong because they didn't want to have a serious parent. Not the president had a parent. All the people making all doing a favor. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Your life.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much for the topic on this point. You know, the whole labor problem at the cost of legislators. All the people under the sun, under the ring, the money they look for a lawmaker. I don't really see what it's doing. That's why they're going after it. Nothing is doing, they're putting each other, they're forcing.
Just as you said it, I will play one clip where because sometimes when they're monitoring the James Kool and Marvin Kool, where they want them to choke with tea. Let me just play the clip here.
Welcome to the forget. Subscribe. Don't.
Say 2 men from one country, the other man call their friend. I don't even call the word. Call the man begin. See, when the money so plenty, you go for serious matter, you turn it into something to make fun at the end of the day because of the noise they join, they go. And these people do not even get found for such action that government say, you know, they just join because
you just up man when you say you want the march they still going to say it in parliament, so when you say something they can't hold it. When you say outside them, you can't see
Good morning. You have to move away from your radio. We're tired of talking these things. You can be, you want to hear yourself while you speak, it's not possible. So let's talk to other callers on the line. You're live.
Hello.
Go ahead. Man, I'm making fun yet. We having something serious. Then you I say, go ahead. You calling my name with the echo in the background. You're live.
Good morning, Professor Brooks, and good morning, Historian Val.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Historian Val, Professor Brooks has said again, well, knowledge to be learned by Liberians. Because we feel that we are poor. But no matter what it takes, Liberia, we've got the living money. I'm not talking about the one that even lying not in the bed or laying not there. But we got the physical cash, especially that building, the old Capitol building. The money that into that building, that's something historic Brad just said when we keep laying it off it. When it comes to look at salary, it's things alarming. Why it will go up to the people we begging for stuff? The allowing them salary not even reach the position of Liberia. The Liberia we know of million, we'll reach it. But we will always go and say, what if people will think about always? Then we set ourselves, we always give ourselves need that we are poor in the country that developed. Our problem is right from our building. Liberia, you need to still put yourself. What I saw yesterday in the video I saw for those thousands, for the Senate, I felt too desperate of myself. I got all that video right here. I was there yesterday. So what I saw is a disgrace again for life. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Hi. Good morning. I'm Prince Baker. We are to everybody from if you vote to be specific, for 7 points intellectual forum. Yeah, thank you for the beautiful show this morning. Look, we give the problem we have in this country. The lawmaker even decide what will be their pay. These are the things that suffer us. If this country was some kind of country where you see the minister adequate the taking to adequate 3,000, 5,000, plenty people will not even be back for that position. So different. And now when they get into that place for them to do the laboratory work, they will not do it. You go to some other places, consequences, they are not doing anything at all. So I don't know what then when we go out there, we go out there to even ask for help. When we hear our lawmaker pay, the process they just say when they are joking, money is in our country. This is why it can be very hard for us to even receive a lot of donors from out there because the donors they are out open. This country money here. But we for them to put themselves together, they can do it. To be frank, we are suffering in this country. The lawmaker has to see something about their salary for them to even drive them. Because if we not do it, we'll go out there to ask for people, ask for forever, even help. The people say you're making for even the great America said the lawmaker there, their salary not reach to our they kind of poor country. They not even reach to their salary. So it's very, very frustrating, and the Constitution gives them the power to even decide which state to take. It's still kind of power. So it's very, very frustrating. Thank you this morning for the beautiful show.
You love, let's talk to other colors.
Good morning, Vicky, and good morning, Nathaniel.
Good morning, Water.
Yeah, thank you very much for the recognition. This is what the expert will require my resident this morning in Police Academy. Vicky, let me say thank to you guys for the analysis you guys made. You know, sometimes the important land relating to the speaker, and I'm defending them this morning, but what I'm always happy is that when the money I give them for the speaker staff that work along with them, which come over 32% where with them, the pay is also in that budget. It is in 2 million, it's also the salary. The allowance, everything in that budget with along with a staff, with the 32 staff they have.
No, what we are saying is just simple. Even with that, in 12 months, the speaker, you get 32%. So in 12 months, we're supposed that office will carry $2 million for a poor country like Liberia. Let them be honest about what we're looking at. That office, however, if you carry over 2 million for the speaker, and maybe you got 32 or 62%, so 12 million.
Yeah, but
when we don't even have one single school so easily that we have spent $2 million to build.
Yeah, we did. So that I agree with you badly for the present, the enemy, you know.
No.
Liberia, the modernization and all that taking place in Liberia, you are comparing with America. How many people are going to the Congress Parliament and you go say because people also.
That's why we're talking about the poverty. You see, no, that's not the issue that then.
He defend the poor boy,
but you said defending because this is it. That's what we're talking about because of poverty. When the people have jobs, you really want to attract direct foreign investment to the country. Jobs are created. People are doing their businesses where cash are flowing. People going to purchase. The purchasing power there. Businesses are having return. The profits, businesses growing. They themselves employing other people. The man had a shop. He started, his one day. After a period of time, he looked at how much profit he received for a period of time. And he bringing in more goods. The next thing he want 2-3%. He wants security at night. Those people will be paid to be taking money home. That's why we are talking. But if you said because the man that the money to the office, the speaker got the number of people working. Just imagine. You got ministry agencies. You got agencies. The budget allotted to some of the agencies so now like 700,000. Yeah. 500,000. Even with salary and whatsoever. But you say speaker. 2 million. Let's be honest with ourselves. What else wrong? That you doing so well?
But if they don't want us to say that's spending poor by spending
your life.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead.
Hey, Wiki, thank you for your two programs this morning. Both the LIS and this program, they are really, really educative and they putting sense into our heads out here. Can you imagine? Where is the deputy speaker keeping 32 people in his office? Please show me that office where 32 people can sit at the head.
No, so when I read a district, they got different position, people function in different lines.
When the speaker, I heard that the speaker has 60, the deputy has 32. The both of them have 92 people in their offices there. So I don't know what is their job description, what kind of job they can do, that they're getting $2 million to spend when our children cannot even get food to eat before they go to school. They hardly go to
some of them got universities, they got schools and other things, but even the whole year, $1 million United States they can spend on salary. They can't even reach them.
When every one of them come here and say, oh, I've got 2 bundles for one only in Dwara.
Yeah, like a report, when you see a report, they will tell you how many persons are able to bury. How many weddings they supported.
You can base and then they say about 2 bundles in Dwara, so no money, let me. I can go raise my own money, and lots of the people are working. They go to the house, they don't project no bill that can benefit this country. Only their salary, their incentive, their new car, their padam, their squad card.
Thank you.
So after that, the reason we should keep them all the national budget, they keep it in their pocket and be party around and say, oh, the country hard now, but that's the thing I can hear this. The country hard now, you were not hard last year when they were taking all that money, passing around and dividing it as donation and gift. Now they can't even account with access because.
All right, thank you. Let's talk to other callers on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I'm just going by the conference about the freeway. Good morning to your listening audience. Let me just say, from my thing as to all of what you can discuss, you all center around corruption and lack of law for country. Let me be very honest. If we are serious in this country, the current speaker who somebody bought illegally and diverted millions of dollars to a personal coffers should be investigated for that. That member is not to even take a seat. But illegally, he elected. He stole from the people of this country. He robbed us. For years, he speak of this country and people hear it. And this is was for corruption. His deception, lies, and hypocrisy are all embedded in all of those senators and representatives. You know, it's horrible for this country. We must not proceed and support this kind of people. And look at them to steal everything from us. And we say that hear them as a bad battle. In this nation, we love that people. We don't love to speak truth to power in this country. The President Joseph Black, he warned us. He allowed to deceive us. He warned us hypocrisy like a person. And now people are hearing. He said, now we're going to run Jerry, and not share corruption. By him. President Black said to the two, there will be unity. Is there unity in this country? She is suffering to massive unemployment, massive level, huge level of poverty. Where are we going in this country? You know, we have to be serious with our leaders in the country. We have to tell people the truth in their faces. And indeed, if you have failed, you have failed. Those guys in the water, they are all thieves. Have a good day.
Let's talk to other callers this morning. You live?
Good morning, Mr. Black. Good morning, the Brooks.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Prince Pope, speaking to you from Louisville. And I want to thank you guys for the show this morning. You see, there are things that we should know. It is just as you outlined some things concerning money given to these individuals that claim to be leaders of our country. Now, these are things that Nigerians should rise up going after to protest. Because if you know these things that are going on, that people are just taking huge sum of money and using it for their self-gain, not even working in the life in the interest of the lives of the people, then I think it's not going after that we can see how best to address some things when it comes to our constitution. Because they say on the constitution and all
allocate their own budget, and take responsibility. Even taxpayers, people suffering, paying their money to see growth and development. But because of a constitution we have in this country, so they got a step on the constitution and they just brutalize the country in such a way that even when you turn left, you turn right, you cannot see anything. So thank you for the show this morning. I think this is a thing that people should be.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Yeah, not that bad. Okay, so you guys better understand. So my name is Malcolm. The issue I have to do with the country taking such a huge budget. This one to derive from the constitution. And before I go to the constitution, I also see it at a very high level of dishonesty. You have a policeman that is provided security for the speaker. He's taking most of the things.
Yeah, somebody earning $150 somebody that can earn over $1 million.
Yeah, but those things are actually very bad.
Let me be security, man. Now, that time we just leave your key open and go.
Yeah, it's like move our country. Our immigration at the border point. The employer has that one person $15,000, $10,000. Somebody buys for $5,000 car. These are very bad for our country. So in my mind, what do I do to go on? They law that has to do with the law because being able to pay themselves. That law has to be reviewed. Or we go to referendum and our referendum and decide what law because you pay themselves in our country. You know, maybe our manager, then decide how much you will make. Right? You don't have a company, for instance, you go to the manager say, I will pay myself, and money I want to pay myself. Myself doesn't make. They want to manage and they want to little more. So we need to let you know myself again. For instance, get the $10 million for that to $15 million. They can pay $1,000 by paying $10 house for building. Then get to the full floor. But you get them for costing, they are 103% will take to the different budget yet. Somebody come and tell us, they got the split that they do question. I get the map. If you get the 3 right up, I want to pay them the one. If you have the 12 or to take, that's that. Why go $2 million?
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir. You're welcome, Chief.
Thank you. Wicked and night, for all my Nigerian people on the side of my brother's morning, I will say today, because we are hearing that all this crap we are crying, it depends on us. You listen to the figure that they are calling 180 men are using to bring themselves. And we Liberians, we are sitting. We say, oh, the people corruption, the people saying the wish one, the people say the wish one, the people say the wish one.
They put you in it. They put you in a street for their own personal reasons, but you will not see such direction to say, but the people that are using you, wanting to score political goal, they earn far better than you will never earn in your life.
Yes. So what am I trying to say? We all sit around and talk about Ghana. Corruption is everywhere, but it was just something.
Sure. And if you get yourself involved into it, you know what penalty awaits you.
Well, one of the callers was saying, like, what other people are doing, like, so using the money to build houses for low income, less fortunate people. Those are the area the money should be going. But the money should be wasted on few persons, or few people, or group of people. That's all.
So I was still to say, if we like people will rise up, our constitution guard up and say that we will have our right at all times to assemble. We are going to assemble because corruption is killing us. It is time. It is not about party A, party B. It is not about party sentiment. It is not time for we Liberians to say this enough. It is enough. We cannot. Let's do this right. Let's do this call.
I would be said there's some more person or says there's some more person working for a woman.
Yeah.
So what is that?
Just get me want to bring for me, I want to put it on payroll for nothing.
You life.
Thank you. We need this. Alvin and
you from one that till lawmaker they should let him.
I am lawmaker.
Our lawmaker, she called them for the treating or case in court, pretty soon will be appearing. Why the choose look at the sheet, her body in your district, since you do what they have been posted.
And I said the street light. The street light on now.
Everything go. I speak to it last week. The criminal story last two just passing over the story. The British report or quote unquote land. Nothing is absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
There's the issue with it. You see, I listened to the asset recovery here, the nation will go after individual, go after evidence. And that in my between you and myself. Take for example, with the hazard case with the cabinet bidding. You not thought that Savo will be free? Against the logic of the law. The law go after evidence. I never thought one day that they would in that our lawmaker. Because we who did this, it was our late my thinking. So preliminary investigation showed that it's a bad. Today, Abu Kama, the Washington Post, and this is the good thing about the law. The law don't go after what you think that it should be. The law go after the evidence. Today, people are saying they are witch hunting. Look, if the evidence show that Madam Brown in Ghetto Rest will go after her. If the evidence show that my own Senate Barrow, political leader, Deep Madasa Kimia in Ghetto Rest or quote unquote still rest, the law will take it, will go after him. It is not about which one, it's not about targeting. The issue is that the rest are given should be for left for the disaster management affected people. You give it in the laws where they say you are being affected by disaster. No. And this is the solid environment they say they don't should be given to the for the internet purpose. Today, how many can any benefit and show that we benefit from the rest? For people who have been stolen because of bad warning to be defending, put it down and food to be defending, to be trained just in the name of you want to defend to put a loyalty. It is a sad day for us.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, and we need sorry for the sound in the background.
Go ahead, sir.
And good morning to Brother Nat.
Yeah, but if you go ahead.
You guys consider the veteran journalists in Liberia, though other people may not like that. But you know, spooky sometimes because when we're attending the Foreign Service Institute, that the owner used to tell us that when you are a diplomat, you have to be here too much over there in public area, except you are a son in that area. So sometimes we want to keep you. But so my friend they get called and just say something with me, I will not call because that's a diplomat, say you're already to us to observe. But why cannot you call it on 6 years people need, except the people who are taking place? I'm the right leader after calling. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
You're welcome, Chief. You're welcome. You're welcome on this edition of the morning, right? We're certainly here taking a few more calls. Let's talk to these other callers on the line. You live. Go ahead.
I'm still remain praying because we are so appointed from the report to be specific appointed points of that job. Yeah, you will stress a point concerning people's salary to this country. They have a $1 million company, then you pay security loan, and the money that you pay, they give you some freedom. And the issue about drugs, DEA, the people are running after drugs and killing our young men and women in this country. Then you are paying them, a low salary. We need right for ourselves. We're putting ourselves in danger because those guys, when they bother with those dealers, we will give them sit their mouth on and they are on even $40,000 United States dollars. And they know that they will go when they go into investigation, when they will go to prison for the lifetime, they will even necessary to even offer them $20,000 to $25,000. And that they will hold it. And if they will just put in and draw in the country while your children are dying. So the lawmaker has to do something about it. And President Joseph Imapaka is level he wants. He could pay those people, but before those people say they have a $5
through the lawmaker. And they're taking a huge salary. They are not thinking about the danger that is open to the country. We need to be very careful about what we need to it is fit for our people in this country. Look at about the outside recovery thing. Look, we can if the poor have a saying that if you continue to see, what you fool, they can kill you for it. That's what happening. Government pay you hard-earned money. Then you look at after recovery, disaster, management thing, the government running out there to bring rest and all of these things for people.
Okay, let's talk to this caller. You live?
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry man, sorry for the wait. Okay, you see my brother, Wiki, this is Daniel Kumodo calling from Duporo. I don't know whether this constitution can be revisited. Common example, when NGO need people and you apply, you succeed, they say they will pay you $1,500. People will rejoice, people will be happy. And when you think that $1,500, you'll be able to live a very good life. In 3, 4, 5 years time, you're able to build a very decent house. Then why they are our representatives making the kind of you among the money? You among the money. Where we the poor people are suffering no development, nothing. So for me, I could recommend a government or people who agree to me that would revisit this constitution. Let representatives salary come to 2,000 or 2,500 higher.
Nobody will go. I want you. Well, nobody will contest. Say, good morning, the panel caller. Okay, let me talk to other callers. All right, folks, that's how we like to leave you this morning on this edition of the Morning Ride. Wherever you are, let's have a wonderful, wonderful time this wonderful Tuesday morning. So, folks, we draw the curtains on this edition. It happens to be the very first day in the month of July, a month of anniversary celebration for Liberia. To all of you, we wish you all of the best. Thanks for joining. I'm Wiki Brooks.
And I'm Nathaniel Farm. Check it out.
Where were they? When I was small, by the father, where were they? They were nowhere. When everybody get a turn.